Welcome back to CFB Breakdown, and we're starting our series of the top 10 players of all 130 teams in college football. In addition to the breakdowns that we would do in the film breakdowns, we're going to be doing some lists and rankings, stuff like this. Top 25 by each position will be coming out later, and we're going to be doing these top 10 lists as well. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. There's a lot of college football content coming out even before the season begins. Something to get excited about for the 2021 season, hopefully getting back to normal. And one way we can get excited for that is talking about the top 10 players for each team. Now, the order for this is going to be random. There's not a particular order for this, but let me know who you're excited to see. If you agree with the top 10, let me know. If you don't, let me know who you want in that list or who you think deserves to be in that list. Today, as you can see, we start with the Utah Utes out of the Pac-12. Kyle Winningham has done a phenomenal job at Utah, one of the more underrated teams in college football. And there are some players on their team that deserve more recognition, really, than they get in terms of the college football world. So at number 10, we're going to start with a guy who unfortunately passed away this offseason in running back Ty Jordan. He was the freshman player of the year in the Pac-12, made second team all-conference, and it's unfortunate that he's gone because he was turning in quite the end of the season. His last three games, he had 468 yards and 6 touchdowns. And this is a kid who a lot of coaches and players thought would be a special player for the Utah Utes. And unfortunately, he's no longer with us, so I just wanted to give a tribute to him and include him in this list, even though he will not be playing this season. Number 9 is cornerback Travis Broughton. This is an honorable mention Pac-12 player who had 26 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, and 4 passes defended in 2020. Now, Utah has been known to have quite a few NFL picks in the secondary, and Broughton could be the next guy there, but he definitely will be a part of a defense that's super underrated and a defense that's going to bring it every single week. Number 8, we have wide receiver / return specialist Britton Covey, a guy who's was a freshman in 2015 and now will be in his maybe last season. We never really know in 2021. You know, when he has the ball in his hands, he's electric. He was first team all Pac-12 as a returner this year. Honorable mention Pac-12 as a wide receiver. Just get the ball in his hands, whether that's throwing the ball or letting him catch any kicks or punts, and he's going to make a lot of plays for you. Number 7 is Micah Tafuwa. This is a guy who's super underrated. Again, this defense is super underrated, but he was second team all Pac-12, has 82 tackles, 19 tackles for loss, and 8 sacks in his career. Just a very productive player who doesn't get as much recognition probably as he deserves. Number 6 is quarterback Charlie Brewer. This is a Baylor transfer for those of you who follow the Big 12. And he kind of made headlines by going 15 for 15 in the spring game for Utah. Kind of really got the buzz going with his transfer. Last year, Utah had Jake Bentley, and now they get an upgrade in Charlie Brewer. What people don't really know is that Brewer's he's a dual threat. You know, he's thrown for 9,700 yards and 65 touchdowns, but he's also rushed for 1,039 yards and 22 scores. The question for him is just, can he stay healthy? Because he's really, really good when he's healthy. And, you know, he brought Baylor to the Big 12 championship game 2 years ago, and he was injured in that game, and you could really tell that the offense struggled. So if he stays healthy, this is an offense that could be fun to watch. Number 5 is linebacker Devin Lloyd, and I hope that if he got rid of the neck plate for good, then that's too bad because it was a great look for him. And, you know, he's switching to number 0 as well. So, you know, throwing a neck plate with number 0, I don't really know a better look than that. But very productive player. He is first team all Pac-12 last year. He has 21 tackles for loss in the last 2 years, along with 139 tackles. Guy who knows how to make plays, knows how to make his reads, and a player who's really going to be the leader of that defense, make sure everybody's in position, and when they need someone to make a play, he's going to be that guy that steps up. Number 4, Satou Alamia, a big guy, and he started as a freshman. He was second team All Pac-12, former 4-star. You know that when you get those 4 and 5-star guys at a place like Utah, they tend to get into the starting lineup fairly quickly, and that's the case with him. Number 3 is another transfer, TJ Pledger from Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma's backfield was loaded last year and is getting a little crowded, and he decided, hey, I need a new start. So he transfers to Utah, where he and Chris Curry from LSU will battle for the running back spot. I think it's a good spot for him. He's a competitive runner. He's very, very tough to bring down, and you'll see that as he runs the ball in the Pac-12, and maybe he has a 1,000-yard season this year. Who knows? Number 2 is offensive lineman Nick Ford. Now, I put offensive lineman because he's played tackle, he's played guard, he's played center. He played center last year, and he still made first team All Pac-12. And he's got a little nastiness to him, which makes him fun to watch. You know, there's plays that we'll see where he's going to plant his guy on the ground. He's not afraid to send a message, and that's a guy you want up front, sending the message up front for his line, for his offense, his skill position players. Let him know this is what we're doing, and this is the type of play that we expect every single week, every single year. Number 1, now you could have switched forward with Brent Queathy here, and he's a versatile player. They used him every once in a while out of the backfield, but Utah's got a ton of underrated players, and Brent is another guy that is going to be fitting that category perfectly. He has 989 career yards, has pass catcher and 7 touchdowns. He had a big 2019 season, and obviously with 2020 being shortened, it wasn't as great, but he's still a great player and someone that everybody really needs to pay attention to and watch out for if you're the opposing team. So that's top 10 for Utah, and if you agree, let me know. If you don't, tell me who you want on this list. Who do you think belongs? Maybe someone you think belongs higher, maybe lower. Again, I said Ford and could be higher. Guys like Charlie Brewer could be higher, but I want to know what you guys think. And if you like this, stay tuned because there's 129 more of these to come. Again, thanks for watching. And if you're not subscribed already, again, subscribe here. A lot of college football content coming out. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me at Joe Broback. Look for CFB Breakdown on all social media. And let's get excited for the season.